The rules of poker state that when two players have the same hand, they share the pot. But Tom Marchese plays by nobody's rules but his own, and he sure as hell doesn't know how to share. Let's break him down. It's starting to become cliche for a poker commentator to lavish praise on the play of Tom Marchese, but few hands demonstrate the depth of his hand reading and ability to think outside the box quite like this one does. And all of it against one of the best players we've watched on the WPT over the years, John Juanda. The hand begins with Tom opening Queen 6 on the button in a three-handed game.
Andrew Roble going away.
And John making a looser call from the big with 8-6 off. When both players flop an open-ended draw with overcards, it's no surprise that the action goes check, bet, call. The turn is the 2 of spades, completing both the straight and flush draw on the flop. It's on this street that Tom is able to begin narrowing John's range of holdings. When John leads out for about 1/3 pot, Tom starts eliminating certain possible holdings. He likely discounts flushes because he thinks stronger draws may either check raise or lead on the flop. He knows John doesn't have an ace because leading it on the spade is overplaying it. And he knows if John had a strong hand on the draw-heavy flop, he would almost always raise, and certainly never lead on a card that completed both draws. Tom calls the turn bet, and we see an irrelevant 9 of diamonds on the river. John goes with another small-sized lead, a bet of 500K that's about 40% of pot. On top of narrowing down John's range, Tom is also considering what the bet size communicates, and seemingly comes to the conclusion that John's line and sizing is congruent with a medium-strength hand. He determines the most likely medium-strength hand for John is the 6 high straight. Realizing that just calling will almost always result in a chop pot, Tom goes for the route less traveled. He turns a hand with substantial showdown value into a bluff by shoving,
All in.
knowing that John will have difficulty calling when there's a possible flush or better straight out. As it turns out, John doesn't even think about it, and his cards are in the muck about half a second after the raise. So next time you make a big fold on the river and your opponent makes this smile,
The big cheese just robbing these guys blind.
you know what's just happened.